Hey guys, today I'm going to be giving the soul connection, soulmate and twin flame reading. Many of you have been asking me and wondering about the effects of Venus retrograde because we are in the middle of it. It started on March 4th and it goes, I believe, till April 15th. Now, the thing is that you have to remember that when it does go into retrograde, it may have an effect in your love relationship. So it's a good idea to really understand Venus retrograde and what to expect. I just posted a new blog article on my soulconnections.net, and you're more than welcome to check that out just to get a better understanding. Just to give you a little idea about Venus retrograde, it's not exactly, but you're familiar with Mercury retrograde, which has an effect on communications. Venus is more about love, peace, beauty, and harmony, and it basically signifies more about relationships and partnerships. So it's a good idea to understand it and read about it. So let's get into the reading. I'm going to be shuffling the cards for a few moments, asking for guidance into our love situation, what to expect, giving us the knowledge and guidance on what we need to know about our relationship, our divine partnership. Okay, I've laid out 4 cards for this reading. I don't like to lay out too many cards. Like I said in the previous video, the cards have so many meanings. I'm using Spirit Messages by John Holland, one of my favorite decks. Okay, the first card, vulnerability. You may be feeling very vulnerable in a way where you want to surrender. You want to give out that energy that you can't take this anymore. You don't want this anymore. And you may be saying to yourself, you know what, I've had it. I'm done. I need to move on. I need to let go. And I mean, that is always your option. But during this time, this is just telling you that you're going through things in your life that you're slowly starting to discover about yourself that maybe you haven't even got to from the previous month. And now is a time for you to really examine what it is, because being vulnerable to a lot of things in your life, you're letting go, you're surrendering, you're quitting the fight. I mean, it's not about fighting for something that you want or something that you love, but it's who you are. It's what you believe in. You need to find that part of you and stop looking at what is necessary to do in your life. Don't look at ego. Ego will strike you down and really throw you for a loop. You need to focus on what your inner self is saying, what your spirit guides is telling you. And you know what? You're going to find something much more magical inside of you. That inner strength is just going to really just start to kick in. You know, with being vulnerable to a lot of things, you're also letting go of who the person is inside that is telling you, you can do this, you can do this. Listen to that voice, and especially with the Venus retrograde, there's an inner beauty inside of you, the inner goddess. I mean, it's male or female, it doesn't matter. But that goddess is giving you her beauty, her love, and just to explore that balance, because it's all about balancing yourself, not just running away from it and giving in, because giving in is not who you are. Okay, so try your best to work on that. I know there's a lot that's going on right now, and there's a lot that you just want more out of this and you're not getting it. But you know what? The vulnerability is the biggest part that is going to defeat you right down, so you need to fight it. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Have fun. Now, this is a card that resonates with me, and I know a lot of other people. It's something we all need to do. We don't do it enough because, you know, let's face it, we're like super busy, or we got a lot of things in our life that we have no time. I mean, we can go on with excuses and excuses of why we can't have fun. And you want to know the truth? We can have fun. You can find something to really take your mind off of things and, you know, really enjoy yourself. Yes, I know for some of us up north, we had this beautiful weather, and then all of a sudden this big snowstorm comes in. It just takes away the spring fever we've had. But you know what? It's going to be back. And you know what? You can find things to do that doesn't have to involve going outside so much or enjoying, you know, the weather. It's more about what you find fun for you in your life with people, and especially with Venus retrograde. This is something that you can actually look at and say, you know what, I should call a friend and maybe we'll go to, I don't know, some event, or, you know, maybe we'll plan for an event, or maybe we'll just have a phone call, you know, we'll just get together and just laugh. Yeah, because it's not about what you're actually doing, it's how you're doing and what you're doing with, because your energy right now is attracting what your soul connection needs. And sometimes that soul partner of yours or that soul partner is calling out to you. You need to listen to that inner voice. You need to let go. You know, it's just time to have fun. So let's go to the next card. Dream talk. Okay, now this is something, what I was talking about, being more spiritual, because paying attention to your dreams, they have sometimes a significant meaning that they're giving you. And you know what? This is something that I will make a video about, like totally devoted to soulmates and twin flames with dreams, because there's a telepathic connection between them two. And with them finding the communication that they have through their dreams, it's phenomenal, I have to say. You know, they can, I'm not saying that they astral travel all the time, but they can. They do have telepathic energies that they can connect with each other. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to go talk to yourself because you're talking to your soulmate, but you know what? You should listen. You should hear. And I mean, if you really tune on and really turn on that part of you that hears that spiritual side, you will be able to understand what is coming through. It may not be a physical voice though. It's not going to be the way, you know, you're listening to this YouTube video and saying, oh, I hear my twin flame talking to me. You know, it's more about just hearing it in a spiritual sense. You'll get a message through a dream, perhaps. You know, like dreams take us to another, I have to say, like another dimension. It's like when we sleep, yeah, we do go through like a hibernation process where our bodies need it, and, you know, we need to, you know, sleep basically so we can function, you know, every single day, at least 7 to 8 hours per day. And you know what, when you do go in that cycle, there is a part of you that goes to another side. There's like a silvery thread sometimes like connecting you to that other side. And when you tune into it, you can feel something, and it raises you into like a higher, I would say like the 5th dimension level. You can just, you know, you get a grasp of, oh, I felt something. You may not remember it. You may not feel it when you wake up. You may just feel like, wow, I had such a deep, vivid dream of, you know, my twin. And what did this dream represent? What did this dream mean? You're not going to be exactly dreaming the future. Okay, so you know what, we don't dream exactly events. I mean, some people have that gift, and you know what, that's great. They should develop it and use it to their advantage. But to be totally honest, it's better to, when you do dream, I like to write them down, because every dream represents something. You may dream of, let's say, you know, going to this place, this place that's far away, and you know what, it just brings back like a resemblance of some place. And the resemblance that you're getting is like, I've been here before. And then maybe the next day or a week later or a month later or even a year later, you're gonna dream about this place, because this place has some type of divine connection with you and this area. You may have felt it from a previous life. The previous life may have brought you here, and there's a message behind it. You may even see people that look totally familiar, but you have never met them. And then maybe years later, you just might meet them, and maybe they don't look the same. Maybe their physical appearance don't look the same. Maybe, you know, you're gonna dream of these people. But I always say to write down this dream, because these dreams, you can always go back to it and say, you know what, I remember it. I remember something about this time I dreamt, you know, maybe like 5 years ago. And I just met somebody that reminded me of this dream. Well, you can go back to it and you can see there was some kind of significant meaning why you dreamt of this. And you have to just learn from it. So connecting with people, connecting with soulmates, your twin flame, you're going to understand more and more once you develop you know, the area where it's opening up like that new door for you. Write down your dreams, and you know what? Later on, you may have to look back at them, and they may help unlock a key to unlock something. It's vital that you do this. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Okay, self-love is about loving yourself, about just really taking time out for you. Now, I know I talk about this in a lot of my videos, and it is really, really important to understand that, you know, when you embrace, like she is embracing herself in this card, she's really giving, you know, herself a hug. You know what? Because, yeah, maybe you have people around you that say, I love you, or people around you that care for you. But did you say, I love you to yourself? Did you embrace yourself? You know, hugging yourself, you hug another side to yourself. That's your spirit. And by doing this, your spirit automatically gives in and gives to your other half, your twin, your soul connection, your divine partner that is longing for the love that you need to give it. And you know what? Maybe it's hard to just say, I love you because I want to love that other person. No, it's about really embracing and loving yourself. You have to learn to take time out. Like all these cards basically have been saying to you, you know, give into your inner spirit, give into your inner child, give into loving yourself, because that is the root of loving your twin, loving your soulmate, loving your divine partner. This is something that you can't create in your mind. You have to really embrace it, because actually in your heart you really do love yourself. But you know, underneath all that ego and, you know, self-doubt and negativities, we tend to forget, and we just say, you know what, I'm not happy with myself, I'm not happy with the way I look, you know, not good enough, and why does people, you know, not accept me? You know what, those words are just, you know, like, those are rubbish. That's just not the way it is. Because you know what, you need to empower yourself. You need to say, I am beautiful. I love myself. I am happy with myself. I want to be all that I can be. And you know what? You will be. But you have to remember that, you know, things don't happen overnight. So just say to yourself, I love you, I love you, I love you. All these beautiful words that you can say to yourself, they're positive affirmations. I highly recommend it, because in return, this does draw towards your twin and your soul connection, your divine partner. You will find that, you know, giving into your self-love, you're actually giving them the love that you have, and they will feel it and send it right back to you. This is all something that, you know, the laws of attraction talks about. And the laws of attraction is all about soulmates as well, because we have positive energy that we draw in love, and love will bring in the positive, and it will bring in our divine partner. You have to remember, it doesn't happen overnight, but, you know, little by little, before you know it, you're going to be the best you can be. Also, another thing, sometimes, yeah, you may feel like you're going to improve yourself. I mean, improvements is always a good thing. If you're feeling like, you know what, this is, you know, Venus retrograde, it's perfect time. I want to, you know, maybe lose a few pounds, or, you know, get more fit and healthy, and healthy eating is number one. You know, you don't want to deprive yourself of anything. I always say, you know, I love, you know, good food, but you know what, healthy, clean eating is really vital to the body. And you know what, I say that, you know, it's good to, you know, do it in moderation. Like, there's some things we like that are, you know, good for us, and you know, some things that we like that are not good for us. So just find a balance. That's another thing about Venus retrograde. It's about finding that balance, and by finding balance, you will find peace, you will find your serenity, your true spirit, you will find, you know, what you're looking for. So overall, this reading just represents, you need to, you know, reflect, review, and just find what it is in your heart that's longing for, and you will find it. I do plan on making videos weekly, and I will make my other videos, the Q&A. If there's any question that you have and you would like me to answer it, you can just post it down in the comments area, and I will get to it as soon as I can. But also, I want you to check out my blogs, Love reader.net and also soulconnections.net. The links will be posted all down below. And also, if you'd like, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to get all my latest videos as they're posted. And I hope you like this video and you give me a thumbs up. Okay, so you have a wonderful and blessed week. Namaste.